Alright, so today I'm starting the chicken soup. So I have my stock there. So I am cheating a little bit. This was from the iron room. And also, excuse me, a little bit from my house. So we're going to get that going. This was the leftover carcass from the day before from the carving. And we have the wings and then the body there. They just came out of the oven. You can see the steam coming off them a little bit. I'm going to put those into this stock. It's not gonna add a ton of flavor to it, but it's gonna add a little bit of flavor to it, a little more body to it, and a little bit more color. We'll let that go for a few hours, and then we'll have a soup later on down the line, and then hopefully a nice curry braise. And also, don't forget too, while you're making stock, see all that stuff that's floating to the top there? You really want to skim that off. It is just a lot of stuff that comes from the chicken, from like the bones, from the meat, from whatever's kind of left over in it. They're generally referred to as impurities. So you just want to get that stuff out of there. It'll make your stock nicer, definitely more clear, and it's it's nice. It's good stuff. Okay, so I decided not to make the soup. I didn't have a lot of stock left, and I've been enjoying putting that in my rice and ramen. Excuse me. So what I'm going to do is, I've been doing this thing, it's basically called a reverse sear. People in the restaurant industry, cooks specifically, know about this technique. Basically, your oven's up at like 500 degrees. You get a quick crisp, and you can kind of slice it down to order if it's a smaller piece of meat and it's meant to be served almost rare, or raw, I should say. And it works good to move it from the reverse sear into a lower temperature oven to finish the cooking process at whatever temperature you desire. So I do this a lot at my house because it won't smoke my house out. If I'm trying to sear something up top, you have to open a window, turn on a fan. You will get some smoke from the oven, but a lot of it's just going to kind of stay inside your oven. So right now I've got my oven up to 500 degrees. And I will be turning this down, but I also will not be finishing this chicken here. What I'm going to end up doing is making the curry with this. With all of it, actually. Because I said I don't want to make the soup. So don't want to make a soup. It's my chicken. So I'm going to throw it in the oven, and then we're going to check on it when it browns, and then we're going to cut the vegetables. Alright, the chicken has browned a little bit from the reverse sear in the oven. It's still fairly raw on the inside. This is the best braising pot I could find, so hopefully it all fits in there. And then I took the liberty of cutting the vegetables already. Got some celery, carrots, some onions, some jalapeno, a little bay leaf, a little garlic. I'm also going to cut up some tomatoes over here. And then this is tomato puree, essentially. So we're going to add a lot of curry to it and probably some more chili to make it spicy. Going to doctor it up a little bit using what I basically have around the house. Eventually I'll put some green onions in there and also some cilantro. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm getting this pan hot right now. I'm going to use the drippings from this and a little bit of oil to get the veg started. So that's it with the vegetables, the chicken and the tomato. A little bit of water as well. I've got some potatoes working on the back there. They're gonna get mixed in with this later. I can't do them all in the same pan, unfortunately. So I'm gonna turn this down like medium low, and then I'm gonna just let it simmer for like 20 minutes, and then I'll check it out. All right, so I part cooked the potatoes, and now I got them simmering in with the veg and the curry. And then over here is the chicken. It's been cooked to a safe internal temperature. If anyone wants to know what that is, that's about 160 degrees. But also a good little trick too is when you put your knife into it, and it just and you went to go pick it up, and it just falls right out. Like you can't even pick it up. It's done. It's done. But if you have a thermometer, it's 160 degrees. So that's what that looks like. Curry's simmering away. It's pretty much almost done. As soon as those potatoes finish up, just trying to impart a little bit of flavor in there. I added more curry. I added cayenne, salt, and black pepper to this. And a little bit of fish sauce because I told you I put it in everything. So we're going to maybe cook some rice and plate this up and take a look at it. Looking real good. Looking real tasty. You got perfectly cooked rice. Jasmine, long grain. That is what that finished dish should look like. Got a thigh on there and part of a breast. A little Pabst Blue Ribbon Pounder in the background right there. We only drink American beer, not that import crap. If you tell me what movie that is, I'll buy your first drink when you come into the Iron Room. So that's it. That's a dandy little curry dish. See y'all later.